Welcome back, Riverside, to episode 10 of ENN. On this week's show, we'll be introducing our new Commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Pooley, and getting to know him better, along with updates about our sports and happenings around campus. Catch all of this and more on ENN. Riverside's club lacrosse team is currently 2-4. In their last game, they beat Flowery Branch 20-9. We also want to recognize cadets Pierce, Piskunov, Jackson, Nwangu, and Melendez for their outstanding teamwork and talent on the field this season. This concludes a short yet intense season. Good job to all lacrosse players. The soccer team had a huge win against Loganville Christian this past Tuesday. Our Eagles won 7-2, which took the record to 5-4 and 2-2 in the region. The scorers in the game were Kashim Bakar, who scored his 4th hat-trick of the season. Alex Pombo took his tally to 7 for the season, alongside Juan Jose Lambert and yours truly scoring our first. Right now, we are moving to Jan Kernangufu, who is on the field looking for our new Commandant, Lieutenant Colonel Pooley, trying to find out some more about him.
Oh, Colonel Pooley. Can I stop you for a few questions? A little quick interview?
Yes, no problem at all.
All right, let's go. How are you today, sir?
Very good, thank you.
Has it been a busy day so far?
Yeah, busy enough. All the usual issues are here at Riverside to be dealing with, sorting out.
Okay, let's get into the interview. So, where did you grow up?
So, I'm from a place in the UK called Nottinghamshire, which you're probably familiar with from the story of Robin Hood. Heard of Robin Hood? So, Robin Hood lived in Sherwood Forest, and that's exactly where I've come from. A place called Newark and Sherwood. So we lived actually on the edge of the forest there as children.
Great. And did you play any sports as a kid?
Yes, I played a lot of sport actually. I suppose the key sport I played was rugby. Very keen rugby player, and I played actually up to my county/regional level for the UK when I was at school. But then unfortunately at the end of my school career I had quite nasty, I broke the base of my spine, so that stopped me from playing any more rugby.
Oh, okay. And what would you say is your favorite thing to do in your downtime?
Hobbies and interests. I've got a number, I suppose. Military history. I'm very keen on history in general. I love history, and in fact one of the things I'm looking forward to doing here in the US is like exploring its history. I know it's a relatively young country compared to Britain, and we're very fortunate in Britain. We've got a very old history, but I really do like military history. So I've already looked at some of the Civil War battlefields. So all of this sort of stuff is quite a keen interest to me. And then when I'm not doing that, I really enjoy outdoor pursuits. So we keep a house up in Scotland in the United Kingdom. So when I get back up there, I like to kayak, mountaineering, and where I came from previously in work-wise is a place called Suffolk. It's a very big sailing community, so a lot of recreational sailing.
What would you say gets you excited?
What will get me excited? The outdoors, actually. I go back to the outdoors again. I love being outdoors. It's great to be here today, for instance, like you've got the mountains over here. We were out at the weekend, actually, Mrs. Pooley and I, and what a beautiful place. So outdoor, the nature, I really like being outdoors. God's creation is a great place to be. I enjoy my work. What I enjoy most about my work and get excited about at work is seeing people develop and grow. I've been very fortunate. I've done this job for nearly 30 years. And I started off actually, again, in the outdoors. I was working with Outward Bound, which is or an outdoor pursuit sort of education basis. And it was fantastic seeing young men and women arrive to us with no skills in the outdoors at all, and 3 or 4 weeks later on a course being proficient, and then some of them going on to do amazing things. I remember a young man who arrived and he had no idea about anything about being in the outdoors, and we taught him how to survive outdoors, got him interested in climbing and mountaineering, and about 2 or 3 years later I had a letter from him and he had joined what's called the British Antarctic Survey Team, And this was a chap who'd never left a city in his life, and now he was working in the Antarctic at the South Pole, doing research and crossing glaciers and goodness knows what. So that gets me excited, seeing people listen to the mentoring advice they're given and grow as an individual as a result of it. The last job my wife and I were doing was working in a senior boarding house, so that was 120 boys and girls, all aged 18, so grade 12 in the US, and it was a real privilege because you're seeing them at the tail end of their educational career and seeing how far they'd gone in that time on their journey, their educational journey, since starting at the school in grade 6. So that got us excited.
Okay. What is your favorite drink?
Tea.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, has to be tea. There's we call it in the army, we call it a brew, and the British Army lives on its brews and its tea. Yeah, the whole British Empire lives on its tea, I think.
I think so. Last question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
That's an easy question. If Mrs. Pooley was answering it, she hopes I'm going to be retired.
Do you think you're going to be retired?
I'll be 65 then, so probably getting close to it. So I hope in 10 years' time I can look back on a really good legacy living here at Riverside. That I've achieved the personal goals I've set out for myself, but also the goals that your parents have for you as cadets here, and you all have individually over that time. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to probably starting to hang my boots up in that time and maybe do a bit more of my overlanding in my Toyota.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you for your time, sir.
That's all right, it's a pleasure.
Amazing.
It's great to be out here, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Cadets, this week is spring break. March 31st to April 10th will be on a well-deserved break. When we come back, seniors will have one more month remaining until graduation. Don't forget to be back by 6 p.m. on April 10th and have a great break. What are you doing for spring break? Well, Cadet Kernan Gufu set out this week to find out what everyone around Riverside is doing for their spring break.
I'm going to go hiking, go on bike rides, and probably do some of my own artwork at my own home studio.
For spring break, I'm going to chill and work on my garden, and also celebrating my mother's 80th birthday in Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama.
For spring break, I'm taking a family trip to Europe and coming back the day that I'm supposed to.
We're probably going to have a staycation where we get some work done around the house. I'm going to do my taxes. Going to be working with one of my children who needs to do some makeup work in a class. We may take a day or two to go somewhere, but until I know how much I'm paying in taxes, I don't know what kind of vacation I can take.
I am, first of all, celebrating my birthday on the first day of spring break, April 1st. And then I'm going to Greenville for a little trip and going to enjoy time at home with my family.
This spring break, I'll be spending some time with my beautiful girlfriend in Rosemary Beach, Florida.
I'm going to go to Florida and see my dad. He lives in just south of Melbourne. And then on the way back, I'm going to do some research for my dual enrollment capstone project at Georgia State University.
I'm going to drive out to North Carolina to go to the Outer Banks with my fiance.
My plans for spring break are to take as many naps as possible. We don't travel over breaks like this usually, so we'll just hang out at the house, maybe see some movies, and not wake up to an alarm clock, and maybe do a little baseball as well.
Spring break, exciting plans. We're going to take about 17 of our students up to Barcelona. Going to hit a train, go up to Paris, and then come back here just with a few more days left of that spring break just to get jet lag out of us. But I think it'll be a good time visiting out of the country a little bit with some of our guys.
Working here at Riverside.
I'm definitely going to sleep a lot after working here with all of you guys for so long. But planning on going up to the Foothills Trail and trying to hike it in 4 days. It's about 110 miles. So.
Spring break. Well, I've got plans to go to Kentucky. So I'm hoping to visit some colleagues I've got at Fort Knox, and then travel around and maybe look at the Mammoth Caves. One of the important things about being over here as a British person is to immerse myself in the American culture and visit as many places as I can when I get the opportunity. So I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of Kentucky, meeting the people, maybe even pop into Nashville to hear some country music.
Plans for spring break, gonna go down to LA and visit some family and have a good time.
Thanks for tuning in to ENN this week. And from everyone on the team, we hope you have a good spring break. I'm Gio Tomazini, and we'll see you next time on ENN.